evening. This is a special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined forces of News 5 and Signal TV's 1 News, Radio 5 and 1PH. Other groups are also pitching in the fight against COVID-19. The Philippine Red Cross, for one, is now ready to start accepting specimens for testing in its molecular laboratories. We have Greg Gregorio live from Mandaluyong for the latest update. Greg, all systems go na nga ba ang PRC testing lab?
Yes, Jess, tatanggap na ng samples mula sa LGUs ang Philippine Red Cross upang isailalim sa COVID-19 testing. Ito'y matapos mapirmahan ng isang Memorandum of Agreement sa pagitan ng Philippine Red Cross at ng ilang local government units kanina. Pero nililinaw ng PRC na hindi ito libre. Kailangan kasi ng down payment na 5 million pesos mula sa isang munisipalidad o lungsod para sa testing. Ayon kay PRC Chairman Richard Gordon, mahalaga ito para makabili ulit sila ng karagdagang test kits. Katumbas ito ng halos 1,500 tests na nakakahalaga ng 3,500 pesos kada test. Mula sa 17 LGU sa NCR, Marikina, Malabon at Valenzuela na lang ang hindi pa nakakapirma sa MOA. Ongoing ang koordinasyon sa Malabon at Valenzuela. Habang walang katiyakan sa Marikina dahil may sarili naman itong testing laboratory. Ayon naman kay Taguig Mayor Cayetano, malaking tulong ang PRC laboratory dahil mas mura ito kumpara sa mga nasa pribadong laboratorio. Sa ngayon, may 8 operational na automated PCR machines sa 2 molecular laboratory ng Red Cross. Kaya nitong maglabas ng resulta sa loob lang ng 3 oras. Sa kasalukuyan, nasa 500 to 800 tests ang testing capacity ng bawat makina kada araw. Maliban dyan, may 4 pa silang makina sa isa pang laboratorio nila sa port area sa Manila na inaasahan daw mabigyan ng DOH certification sa mga susunod na araw at magiging operational sa Biyernes. Oras na maging online na ang 12 makina ng Red Cross, target nilang maabot ang 12,000 tests kada araw. Maaari ring tumanggap ng walk-in pero inaabisuhang tumawag muna sa PRC hotline na 1158 para matukoy kung kailangan nga ba silang magpatest. Sa Webes, may parating pang 20 PCR machines mula China para sa PRC. Ilalagay ito sa iba pang inihandang laboratorio ng Red Cross sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa. Mula na mag-operate ang laboratorio nila nitong nakaraang linggo, nakapag-test na ang Red Cross ng higit sa 1,000 samples na backlog naman ng RITM. Ayon naman kay National Task Force COVID-19 spokesperson General Restituto Padilla, bukod sa testing, malaking bahagi rin ng strategy ng pamahalaan ng mga quarantine facility. Katunayan kanina, ininspeksyon ng PhilSports Arena sa Pasig na na-convert na sa isang quarantine facility na natapos lamang ng DOH sa loob ng 5 araw. May kakayahan itong tumanggap ng 132 na pasyente. Pwede rito ang mga COVID-19 positives sa may mild symptoms o kaya naman ay asymptomatic. Mas malaki rin daw ito kumpara sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium na nauna nang na-convert bilang quarantine facility. Pero ayon sa DOH, kailangan pa itong ma-disinfect at sumailalim sa minor adjustments. Ito ang kauna-unahang quarantine facility sa Eastern Metro Manila na binuo ng DPWH sa ilalim ng National Task Force COVID-19. Mapakikinabangan ito ng mga lungsod ng Pasig, Marikina, Pateros at Taguig. Ayon naman kay Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto, maging malaking tulong ito sa pagpapalakas pa ng healthcare capacity ng lungsod. Bukod kasi sa Pasig City's Children's Hospital na isang referral hospital para sa COVID positives, dito sa PhilSports Arena na rin nila maaaring dalhin ang mga positive patients na may mild symptoms o asymptomatic. Just sa ngayon, nasa 2,000 beds na ang kabuang capacity sa mga quarantine facilities sa buong NCR. Pero ayon din kay National Task Force COVID-19 spokesperson Restituto Padilla, kinakailangan pa ang karagdagang mga quarantine facility para sa buong Metro Manila. Bahagi daw kasi ito ng national strategy na locate, isolate, and cure. Jess?
Thank you for that report. That was Greg Gregorio live from Mandaluyong. COVID-19 cases in the Philippines continue to rise. As of 4 p.m. today, April 21, 140 more persons tested positive for the coronavirus overnight. This raises the total number of cases to almost 6,600. The overnight death toll went down to 9. So far, more than 400 people have lost their lives to the coronavirus infection in the country. At least 40 patients have recovered from the SARS-like disease in the past 24 hours. Right now, more than 600 patients have gotten better from COVID-19. At least 20 Filipino medical frontliners working in the United Kingdom have died due to COVID-19. The Filipino Embassy in London said the deaths of Filipino healthcare workers caused a stir in the British society. The embassy noted that it is well known in the UK that Filipinos represent the third biggest group employed by the National Health Service after the British and Indians. There are about 19,000 Filipinos working for the UK NHS. The embassy said it has raised the concerns of Filipino nurses in the UK, such as the need for more PPE, to the UK Foreign and Commonwealth Office. The government is deploying more reservists around Luzon to help in the strict implementation of the ongoing ECQ. Pat Mangune has the details.
The Philippine National Police is gearing up to tighten security after the government ordered the stricter implementation of the enhanced community quarantine in Luzon.
Based on the pronouncement today of Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles, spokesperson of the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, and in accordance with the pronouncement of the President, the PNP will strictly enforce the enhanced community quarantine throughout Luzon, in coordination with the local government units, particularly in Metro Manila, Region 3, and Calabar Zone, and in localities with high or increasing COVID-19 infections. Foremost, there will be no more warning for ECQ violators. Instead, arrest and inquest procedures will be applied to cases of violation.
Violators will face charges in accordance with RA 11469 or the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act, RA 11332 or the Law on Reporting of Communicable Diseases, and even Article 151 of the Revised Penal Code, which punishes disobedience to persons in authority. The police are now preparing police districts to designate holding areas for those who will be apprehended.
No let up kasi ang laki na nung mga pinakiusap namin, and ito ngayon manghuhuli na kami. Saan dadalhin? No? That's why I tasked the Regional Director of the National Capital Region to establish per district kung saan itong pinaka-holding area ng mga mahuhuli. No? But rest assured that we will charge all of you, and not until you have you can avail of a bail, and if all are still in process, then we can always legally detain you.
The PNP has also ordered all regional and provincial directors, as well as police chiefs, to urge local governments to pass ordinances pertaining to social distancing, wearing of face masks, and staying at home. According to the police, majority of ECQ violations were recorded in Metro Manila. To address this, the government will deploy more AFP reservists and over 100 PNP Special Action Force members in NCR. The AFP has deployed 500 reservists in Quezon City and Manila yesterday, while 300 were sent to Pasay, Parañaque, Taguig, and Pateros today.
Nakita natin, marami talagang violations na nangyari, and based also on the directive of the President, kaya nag-deploy kami dito sa National Capital Region ng Special Action Force na sinabi ko kanina, at mga kawani rin ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. The entire National Capital Region is still being managed by our Regional Director, Police Major General de Monsinas. So lahat ng additional troops ay naka-attach sa National Capital Region para meron tayong isang unity of command at siya ang magkocontrol.
Meanwhile, the DILG has tasked the PNP to lead contact tracing efforts. To facilitate this, authorities called on local governments to cooperate.
Nagkaroon kami ng komperensya dahil may bagong mandato na ibibigay sa Philippine National Police, the Department of Interior and Local Government, and in cooperation with the Department of Health. Kami po ay naatasang mamuno sa contact tracing ng ating mga positibo at mga probable at suspected na mga cases. Sana susuportahan kami ng mga local government units at iba pang mga tao na dapat tumulong para mapaigting natin ang contact tracing.
The PNP has so far 74 confirmed COVID cases and 723 suspected and probable cases among their ranks. Of this number, 3 policemen have died due to COVID-19, while 12 patients recovered from the SARS-like disease. A portion of the Camp Crame grandstand will be converted into a quarantine facility for infected policemen. The PNP is also looking to establish their own testing center within the month. For News 5, Patricia Mangunin. We are One News.
Residents of Sampaloc, Manila are now gearing up for the total lockdown of the district, which begins Thursday. Camille Samonte is on the ground for more details. Camille, anong paghahanda ang ginagawa ng mga residente dyan?
Jess, nagkukumahog ng mamili ang ilang residente sa trabaho market matapos i-anunsyo ni Manila Mayor Isko Moreno ang ipatutupad na 48-hour total lockdown sa Sampaloc District. Magsisimula ang total lockdown sa April 23, Huwebes alas 8 ng gabi at magtatapos sa April 25, Sabado alas 8 ng gabi. Ayon kay Mayor Isko Moreno, ipatutupad ang mas mahigpit na lockdown dahil sa dumaraming bilang ng nagkakasakit ng COVID-19 sa distrito. Magbibigay daan din ito para sa targeted mass testing. Sa ilalim ng total lockdown, hindi papayagang lumabas ng bahay ang lahat ng residente. Kahit ang mga quarantine pass ay hindi rin magagamit. Sarado rin ang mga tindahan. Ang tanging bukas lang ang mga ospital, pharmacy at punerarya. Exempted naman sa lockdown ang mga kailangan magpagamot sa ospital at mga frontliner tulad ng health worker at police. Kaya ang mga residente, naggrocery na ng mga supply na pagkain. Pero kung tatanungin ng ilang residente, hindi raw sapat ang 2 araw na total lockdown sa Sampaloc.
Actually, mas marami kaming mga taga Sampaloc ang gusto hanggang katapusan na. Kasi nga maraming nagtataka bakit mataas yung yung case namin ng COVID.
Mas pabor ako sa hanggang April 30 lockdown na talaga. Total lockdown. Kahit sa buong Pilipinas, mas para matapos na.
Jess, ang distrito ng Sampaloc ang may pinakamaraming kaso ng COVID-19 sa Maynila. Sa huling tala, nasa 79 na ang tinamaan ng COVID-19 sa distrito, habang 159 naman ang suspected cases. Mayroon namang 458 COVID-19 cases sa buong lungsod ng Maynila as of April 20. Jess?
Okay, Camille, when you're talking about total lockdowns, one primary concern definitely food ration. Question now is, meron bang enough yung city government na food supply, especially for those na mga naghihikos o yung mga walang-wala?
Jess, bago pa inanunsyo itong total lockdown sa Sampaloc, tiniyak ng Manila LGU na tapos na yung pamamahagi nila ng food packs at financial assistance na 1,500 pesos para sa kanilang mga senior citizen dito sa Sampaloc. Tiniyak din nila na may mga sapat na food packs na supply ang bawat barangay na pwede lang ibigay kung sakaling may mga ngailangan. Jess?
Okay, also Camille, you mentioned earlier, one of the objectives nitong total lockdown is to pave the way for a more targeted mass testing. Question now is, how ready is the city government to actually conduct yung ganoong level ng mass testing?
Just kung babalikan lang natin yung mga nakarang araw, yung Delpan ngayon ay kinonvert na nila ito bilang quarantine facility. So doon ay ginagawa na rin yung pagsaswab test. So kapag nag-start na itong total lockdown dito sa Sampaloc, ang mangyayari ay katulad nung sa Tondo, yung mga health worker ang mismo pupunta doon sa bahay, yung kanilang kukuhaan ng swab test para sunduin at dadalhin nga doon sa Delpan para kunan ng swab test. Tiniyak naman ng Manila LGU na handa na sila at makakatulong araw ito para mabawasan na dahil patuloy nga na tumataas ngayon yung kaso ng COVID-19 dito, hindi lang dito sa Sampaloc kundi sa Maynila. Jess?
Alright, maraming salamat. Camille Samonte reporting to us live from Sampaloc in Manila. Taguig Mayor Cayetano stood his ground on the issue that 4 police officers barged into a high-end condo in BGC without the property manager's consent. Cayetano insists the condo residents were in the wrong. Jenny Dongon tells us more.
Taguig Mayor Cayetano appealed to his constituents to simply follow the quarantine guidelines set by the local and national government. After the video of a police officer shouting at residents of Pacific Plaza Towers in BGC went viral overnight.
Foreigner, Filipino, rich, poor. The virus does not choose its victims. It does not choose how it transmits. We have to all follow the guidelines of the enhanced community quarantine. Common spaces should remain closed. If you want to challenge this rule of the City of Taguig that is based on the interagency task force and that is now affirmed by the various agencies after this issue came out, then you can challenge us in court.
Cayetano said he had already spoken with Police Major Joseph Austria, the man who was seen in the video seemingly shouting at residents.
He went to that building 3 times. And throughout that day, the PNP went to 5 different buildings. There were no problems. But in the 5th building, it took 3 visits to tell and to warn the citizens and the security group that they need to stop using the common space near the swimming pool.
Cayetano claimed that Austria requested them to leave the pool area. But instead of complying, they supposedly raised their voices at him instead.
He had 2 choices. One, to arrest them for violating the law on community quarantine, the restrictions, the regulations on strict home quarantine. Or 2, to do whatever he can to keep them safe and get them out of that common space. He chose the latter.
Cayetano added that there are only 2 reasons that will allow residents to leave their homes. 1, if they need to buy essential goods, or 2, if there's an emergency.
The use of their common space is not allowed because the spirit of the community quarantine is that we stay home.
Joint Task Force COVID Shield Commander Guillermo Irizar also defended his comrades. Eliazar said the officers may have violated rules when they barged into the area, but at that instance, it was the LGU's order to look into the alleged violation that mattered more.
Wala tayong double standard. Pag mahirap na nag-violate, huli agad, kaso agad. Pag mayaman, ang daming protocol na dapat gawin. ECQ ito, sumunod lahat. Sumunod lahat. Pag lumabas ka, sundin mo yung dapat mong gawin. Anywhere, anytime, regardless of your social status. Well, kung may pagkakamaling pulis, so be it. Pero may pagkakamali din sila.
DILG Undersecretary RJ Echeverri told 1PH that what happened is a learning experience for the government.
It's a good thing, no, that this incident happened. I think this is something that we need to discuss with IATF and hopefully come up with a clear-cut policy on private subdivisions or private condominiums, which has larger common areas like swimming pool. We are trying to observe it in public, no? Na walang social distancing even in public places. Pero pagdating sa malalaking towers or condominiums which has swimming pools, they can congregate without observing social distancing.
The Pacific Plaza Towers management earlier said it will file charges against the officers. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.
Meanwhile, the board of directors of Pacific Plaza Towers is also standing behind their version of the so-called police bullying last Sunday. However, the management acknowledged that some of their residents have failed to comply with the guidelines, but claimed they have always been reminded to follow the rules. They have also addressed the issue on walkways and have since closed this part of the building to residents. That's on top of confirming that other facilities like the pool, the gym, function room, and chapel have been closed off since last month. Pacific Plaza Towers also clarified that they have nothing against the ECQ guidelines. Their only issue is a treatment they received from the 4 policemen who conducted the inspection, which they say could have been with courtesy and respect. And that's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine in Luzon. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News.